I talked about this at the end, but I want to talk about it real quick before the video starts. This is an important video to me because there are a lot of people that look at stocks as too risky or a scam or just something that, oh, I don't want to learn about that stuff. I'm already dealing with enough. If you're looking to retire at a certain point, stocks can help you tremendously with that. That's what the wealthy people do. And for some reason, the lower and the middle class just say, "Oh, I don't have the time to do that," or "I can't do that," and they start making excuses. Make a budget, set some money aside to invest in stocks, learn about stocks a little bit. You don't have to be an expert, just invest in some good companies. You got Apple, Amazon, these different companies that are great, very profitable companies, and you use them yourself. So, just learning a little bit about it could go a long way. Be your own financial advisor. This is a great beginner video, but definitely do some of your own research after you watch this video, just to go a little bit more in depth. But stocks can definitely change your life. So just enjoy the video, and thank you for tuning in. What's going on YouTube? My name is Paul, and I'm here going to talk about stocks. I'll talk about stocks, the S&P 500 index, an investment calculator, and then why now is a really good time to start investing in stocks. I made this video for the person that thinks that stocks are too risky. They think that stocks are a scam, or they just think that they shouldn't really pay attention to stocks or any investment. Investing is essentially sacrificing now so that you have more later. And that's really important. Like you have that number that you want for retirement, but you don't want to invest, right? And stocks are a really safe way to invest. So I just thought I should bring it to a few people's attention and maybe shift their mindset towards stocks. So first of all, stocks, I'm just going to break it down in a simple way. Stocks are equity in a company, right? And breaking this down in simple terms is basically companies, they raise capital, they raise money by through debt and equity. So debt would be a bond. So if I buy a bond from a company and I'm just saying random numbers, but for $10,000, they'll give me 2 payments annually most of the time, right? Let's just say they give me $1,000 each time, right? Then at the end, let's say it was for a year. Then at the end of the year, they'll give me back my $10,000. So that was an investment for me because I just got $2,000 plus my money back. But while they had my money, they were leveraging it to make more, right? That's what the banks do. So that's why leveraging is an extremely important concept, but we're not going to get into that today. On the other hand, companies can say, okay, give me $10,000. Now you have some equity in my company. Now you own my company. You're a partial owner of my company. So me, I own Apple. I partially own Apple, essentially. So that's what a stock is. It's partial ownership. You get shares. It's equity. Now the S&P 500 index is different from a single stock like Apple. The S&P 500 index is a group of 500 companies, some of the largest companies that are publicly traded. And they're grouped into a basket, an index, right? So it's like a basket of stocks that you can invest in. And it was created in 1957. And year over year, on average, it's went up about 11% from 1957 and now. So a lot of people look at it as a good investment opportunity. Obviously, you're holding money in your bank account. You're not really getting anything on that. So if you hold it in the S&P 500 index, you're getting on average 11%, or that's what you would have got thus far. So that's what the S&P 500 index is. And also, I just want to say, investing is good, but also keeping up with what's happening in the economy. So sometimes you might just read that something is simple. You don't have to go too deep into the financial statements and everything like that, but you could even just read something on consumer sentiment, right? And if you see consumer sentiment is really bad, then you can start drawing conclusions on how that will affect the economy. Just reading the news here and there, just so you're not ignorant to what's happening. For instance, I talked to a few people about ChatGPT, and they didn't know what that was. And it was kind of clear to me that they don't really read the news, or they don't really, read articles on the internet. So I just believe that no matter who you are, you should kind of just have a good understanding of what's happening in the economy, what's happening in the news, and then just own shares in a few companies, Apple, Amazon, whatever you want to own, and, read up a little bit on the companies that you own, their stocks. And another tool I kind of use is Investment Calculator. You can kind of just plug in like, okay, what if I started with $20,000 and it went up on average 11% in the next 10 years. And let's say I added $5,000 a year at the end of every year, right? What would I have after those 10 years? And all you do is go on the internet and type in Investment Calculator, and you could pull that up. That's a really nice tool to kind of project what you think you might get, even though you don't really know for sure what you'll get. But stocks are a pretty safe way to invest, to be honest, unless you're investing in a company that's just not good. It's like some random company across the world that you just read one article about and now you're saying it's a great company, as opposed to Apple, which everybody has their products. So you just want to be mindful of the stocks that you invest in. I feel like my next video will be on this top 5 or top 10 stocks that I like. But for now, I just want to close the video off on why I believe that now is a perfect time to get in the stock market. It's really just because, obviously I was really young. I'm 19 years old, so I was really young in 2007 to 2009 during that recession. But I've seen, and you can see for yourself, how after 2009, the stock market has just taken off. And even more generally, from the start of stocks to right now, how high stocks are. Companies such as Apple and Microsoft, I think they went public in like 1970, and you see their stocks are just up tremendously. So obviously, I can't say, yeah, Microsoft will be up 50% next year, but what I can say is that there is a high probability that Microsoft will be up tremendously in 10 years, right? So it's just really a probability game. And what you see is, especially after recessions, which they didn't say we're in a recession yet, even though that's kind of controversial. But just in times like these, where the stock market is just going down and we're in a bear market, the stock market just goes up way higher. So right now the stock market has went down a lot, and in the past 2-3 months it's went up a little bit. A lot of people are saying that's kind of a bull trap, just kind of like the market psyching some people out. But you see mortgage rates going up, you see treasury bond yields rising. So when those things go up, the stock market kind of comes down inversely. But there's a lot of reasons why people are bearish towards the stock market. Bearish meaning they feel negative towards the stock market, and bullish meaning they feel good about the stock market, or a particular company. So I believe that right now is a good time to get in. And honestly, I believe in the next few months, the stock market could go down more. Obviously, there's no way for me to know that for sure. But as I said before, it's a probability game. But regardless of if the stock market goes down a little bit in the next few months or not, you could still, for instance, put some money in right now, then in a few months put some more money in, right? And just, that's called averaging down. Either way, if you poured all your money into the stock market right now, into a few good companies, and you waited 10 years, you'll be up a good amount, and you'll be extremely proud. But part of stocks and investing in stocks is getting in at a good price. You know, you would never buy a pair of shoes if you thought that they were overpriced. You know, so why would you buy an investment if you think that it's overpriced? But as I said, averaging down and just buying some monthly is a good way to just take that stress out. And I'm not saying that you have to, I said this before, but I'm not saying that you have to read the financial statements and listen to the earnings calls, etc. Right? But you should maybe just read the news a little bit, just read up an article, you know, see what Apple's doing, different things like that, right? Just to stimulate your brain at the very least. But I'm just gonna end the video here. I hope this serves some people well. I really made this video just because, you know, the wealthy people, they're investing in stocks. But I know personally, I've heard a lot of people that are, you know, in the middle class and the lower class, and they either say that they don't know what stocks are, they think it's too risky, it's a scam, whatever, right? But I'm just here to say it's actually a good vehicle to, it's a good investment vehicle. And if done the right way, if you're not investing in some random company, then you'll be happy in about 10 years. So definitely, this is just a video for a beginner, but if you're looking to invest, I would definitely do your own research. Please comment below if you have any questions at all. And just please like this, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.